So, hi everyone, it's Susie Homemaker. I am going to show you a couple of my DIY upcycling, recycling uses for containers you might have, you might be gifted, or you just want some really cool DIY ideas. You'll kind of see a theme to these upcycling projects, and I might mention it at the end if you maybe don't see it, but I'm going to just dive right into it. So the first thing I want to kind of talk about is tins. You'll see a lot of different tins, but I use different tins for different things. These are two of the tins I have. This is one of my favorite teas. It's so good. It's a black peach tea. Peach is some of my favorite flavoring of all time. I just love it because it tastes so fresh, and you get it black or herbal. If you saw one of my previous videos, you know that for Christmas my mom got me some Tivania peach herbal tea. I'm really excited to try it. So maybe when I try it, I will do a review about it. But this one I got a very long time ago, and I've kept the tin. So I've had this tin quite a while now. But I love the design on it. And I just wash it out and I put in new tea. So it may not look like tea, but this is fresh lemon balm. I grew in my garden. It's herbal, it tastes lemony and minty. It's really refreshing. You can add it fresh to like lemonade. I dry it so I can have it in the winter time, and I add it to chamomile or black tea, and it's very, very good. The other tin I showed you, this one right here, I love this tin. My husband got it when he bought a new watch from Fossil about 7 years ago, and he didn't want the tin, he didn't really care, so I got to pick it out. This tin, I love the color and the kind of old-timey designs on it, and I love this little part right here. I don't know if you can read it, but it says Tales of Action and Suspense. And it also says it on the lid right here, Tales of Action and Suspense. So I love this tin. I repurposed it for teas again. Right now it has dried lemon peel in it, and I use that for a lot of different things. For Christmas, I'm going to make a video about it, but I used it to infuse some alcohol for my brother. So that became part of his Christmas gift. And I also add it to teas, my mint tea, black tea, especially if I'm feeling like a cold coming on, I'll add lemon peel to my drinks. So that's what's in there. Another tin I have that I upcycled is this Altoids tin. This is my favorite flavor of Altoids, and Altoids, if you really think about it, are pretty green and eco-friendly. They have a little paper insert, and then they come in this reusable tin. So I forget how much I paid for it. I got it quite a while ago. I've had this one, gosh, maybe almost 10 years now. But I changed it into a sewing kit. I travel a lot, and I hate it when I go and I travel and I break something on my clothing and I can't fix it. That happened my first year as an archaeology student when I went to the Caribbean. I ripped a shirt, or maybe some pants. I think it was some pants actually. And I had to borrow a sewing kit. So I said to myself, I don't want to be caught in that situation again. And so now I travel with this little sewing kit. It has, I love this part. I just cut a wine cork in half, and I put in some straight pins and some sewing needles and whatnot in here. Actually, I think the sewing needles are in this little container. I had just gotten this kit at a hotel, and I just added to it as the years have gone on. But I love this. It's worked really well, and I have used it multiple times and let other people borrow it because they didn't have a sewing kit. So you could be the hero of your travel adventures. The next tin I have, this will be the last tin, but this is a huge tin. I don't know if you can tell how big it is. It's pretty tall. And we had a roommate that would buy these cookies in these super tall tins, and they didn't really fit in the cupboards. He would just throw them away. I took them and I put my chopstick collection inside. So I have some older chopsticks my dad's given me over the years. They're plain black and wood, but it fits it really well. They don't swivel around everywhere, and I just put it in our tall cupboard, and it works very well as a storage container. The other one I have, it's the exact same size, but it's a different color, and I just put my spare change in that. And I really like it because it holds the little coin sleeves and everything all in one container. The next one is a can. And if you like that really industrial look, I highly recommend this. We love green onions in our cooking, and so what I started doing is saving our aluminum cans from cooking. This one was like garbanzo beans, I want to say. And so inside, I just put some rocks on the very bottom of it for drainage purposes, and then I filled it with compost that we had made in our composter, and I just planted the green onions. So whenever we need green onions now, we just trim a little bit off, and then we cut them, and they're ready to go. So we have several cans of these now, and they just sit in our countertop, and that's really lovely. Kind of on the growing aspect is this guy here. Is really cool. I love this. I don't know if you can tell in the video if the contrast is good enough, but it is a skull. I'll put it on the side too so you can see it maybe a little better. I love this container. I've had it for quite a few years now, just kind of sitting on my desk, and I just didn't know really what to do with it. It was kind of small. We were talking about maybe making it a terrarium with some succulents in it. I was like, how am I going to change it, if anything needs to be done? We weren't really sure, and so over Christmas I had this brilliant idea. We already had these kind of vining succulents, so I pulled a couple vines off and I let them dry out a little bit. If you want to replant succulents, that's kind of what my dad told me. My dad grows succulents. He's in a succulent and cacti club, and that's all they do is they talk about how to propagate these guys. So he's always told me, let it sit out overnight, a day or two, and that somehow helps the root growth. I don't know why. You probably have to look it up, or if you know why, leave it in the comments below. So I did that. I just filled it with compost, and so now he kind of looks like he has this crazy hairstyle, and I'm really excited about him. The last thing I'm going to be talking about in upcycling, I really love yogurt. I have yogurt at least several times a week. I like to have it once a day. When I can't do that, I don't. But I really love the Noosa pumpkin and their peach yogurt, but I don't like that they come in these plastic containers. I think it's kind of a big waste. But what I decided doing is I save them. And so my husband gets up really early. He doesn't have time to make himself breakfast in the morning. So what I started doing is making homemade oatmeal. Maybe you've heard me talk about it on some other videos, but we make our own instant oatmeal with quick oats, and we just put whatever ingredients we want in there. And it's very good quality control. These snap on. I've never had them spill, and I give them a good shake to mix them. I'll put a recipe probably, or set up a video to show you how I make his instant oatmeal, and he loves it. I'm able to put in different flavors and kind of mix them all around, and he just grabs one every morning, and then we throw these containers in the top rack of our dishwasher, and they're ready to go for whenever I make another big batch. So that's my little upcycling tip for little plastic containers like this that are kind of meant to be one use, but I've had a set of these for maybe, actually about 2 years now. About 2 years. So I'm really excited about this. If you have any other tips that you want me to know about, or you really like something, you want to see more of it, please leave it in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you really like this video, you want to see more like it. you want some more tips, if you want to get a recipe, I'll try to put up the oatmeal recipe sometime soon when I make the next batch, because I still have a ton of it left over. I will also put a link to my blog below if you want to check that out for some do-it-yourself recipes, do-it-yourself travel tips, or wherever floats your boat. And thanks for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed it.